Country 95.3 here.
Air. Sully Butte Sports is also brought to you by Lamb Chevy, Oahe Grain, Oliver Construction, Ringneck Energy, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, the Sully County Sheriff's Office, Sunrise Bank, The Corner, Wheeler Seed Farm, Yakety Ranches, Venture Communications, and Lincoln Out Construction. Now let's head to the booth with a call of the game with a Hall of Famer and the voice of the Sully Butte Chargers, D.T. Meyer.
Well, filling in for DT on Wyatt Barichka. Good evening to you. Got a late start, the final game here around the state of South Dakota tonight for the girls' side of things. It is the Sully Butte Chargers hosting the Thunder from North Central in their first opening game of the season. Sully Buttes were supposed to play Tuesday. Weather said otherwise, and now their first time in 8 seasons, the Sully Butte Chargers are going to be opening up against somebody other than Ipswich. So kind of a little wrinkle to their yearly season opener. They were supposed to be in Ipswich Tuesday. That has been changed and postponed to January 6th. That'll be a Tuesday in January. We should be on the call for that one. I got to make sure there's no other there's not a split between the boys and the girls, but I don't think that's the case. But we'll double check that as the night goes on. Sully Butte Charger girls coming into this one. They finished 8-12 a season ago. They would fall in the Region 6B tournament in their first game. They only had 3 players graduate from a season ago. The Chargers returning 6 seniors to this team. We'll talk more about that, and we did have a conversation with one of them before this contest today. And for the Chargers, Susie Ruling, the head coach, she enters her 4th season as the leader here for the girls Sully Butte basketball program. For North Central, they are coming into this one. They finished 4-7 a season ago as Casey Vanderfrost enters her 5th season here with the Thunder. Pretty cool story of how she's basically been along the journey with the seniors of this program. Well, again, we'll talk more about both these teams during the contest here in just a little bit. Coming up, we do have a conversation with senior Jaden Yeager, We also were able to catch up with head coach Susie Ruling, again, in her 4th season here. We'll have much more of that coming up as well. We'll preview the Sully Butte season a little bit more, and we'll take a look back on this day look back on this matchup and more. We'll take a 90-second timeout. We will talk with Jaden Yeager first here on the Country 95.3 pregame show here on Country 95.3 Sports and KLXS. We're back in 90 seconds on Country 95.3.
Before or after the game, get together with friends at the Blue Goose in Oneida. The Blue Goose has a relaxing atmosphere, and it's a great place to talk about the game. Not only that, but you can see info and pictures of past teams and players. It's history with the focus on the future. Be sure to kick back with friends and co-workers at the one spot that has it all. The Blue Goose in downtown Oneida. Proud to be a supporter of Sully Butte Sports.
At 83 Ag Sales, we specialize in precision planting to help you create a growing environment that will maximize your efficiency and crop yields. We're committed to helping you improve your planting and production with the best technology available. Located in Oneida, 83 Ag Sales, here to make the most of your growing season. Call us at 605-222-5385. We can help you choose the right components for your equipment and your operation.
AGE Corporation's contractors and crane service are proud supporters of Sully Butte Sports. For almost 60 years, AGE has been building South Dakota. For all your site work, construction, and crane work needs this season, AGE is here to help. Give them a call. AGE Corporation and Crane Service, 223-2732. That number again, 223-2732. AGE, proud to support local sports.
Country 95.3 here with Sully Butte senior Jaden Yeager. And Jaden, now that you guys have gotten a couple of practices into the 2025-26 season, I mean, how are you feeling going into tomorrow with the first game of the year?
I mean, I'm nervous. It's first game of the year. I'm a senior, first game ever, and I'm going in excited, ready. I think we are ready for this game, and we'll fight to the end.
Having 6 seniors, including yourself, returning to this team, I mean, just talk about this particular group of girls and your teammates this year.
Well, most of us have grown up playing together our whole lives, and so we really know each other, and we play really well as a team. So I'm excited to see what we can do on the floor. Got a few youngers, not many young girls, but we've all played sports together a long time, so it'll be a good season. I feel it.
What has Coach really kind of emphasized the first couple of weeks of the season? I mean, I know you guys are just getting going, trying to get your legs underneath, but I mean, what is Coach kind of emphasized kind of going into these first couple of weeks heading into tomorrow?
Defense. A lot of defense and putting pressure up against teams that we play, make them mess up before we do. And then working on a little bit of offense here towards closer to the first game. So I'd say mainly defense and being in shape and being able to put pressure on them.
I know that here in South Dakota, I mean, it's a little bit different. Volleyball and, you know, these fall sports are done, and then you guys go right into, I mean, the season. Does it kind of give you guys an advantage knowing that you don't have to condition as much, or is the conditioning different between the sports here?
I would say the conditioning's a lot different between the sports here. I would say a lot more running in basketball. You gotta be in really good running shape. Volleyball, you just gotta be in low defensive kind of shape for basketball, but I would say a lot more running in basketball. But we were pretty well in shape, I'd say, and we have been doing a lot of conditioning, so I wouldn't see why we wouldn't be in shape for this first game.
Speaking of that first game, I mean, we were talking before this interview. I mean, how are you feeling and just kind of your thoughts going in?
Well, I'm nervous. I can't even say I'm not, but I'm ready. It's gonna be a fun year, and I'm ready to go win a few games, hopefully make it into SODAC 16, hope for state. Guess you'll never know what happens.
I always do this with everybody, but shout-outs, or do you want to give a shout-out to?
I would probably say both my coaches. They've put a lot of effort into us over the last 4 or 5 years, and my family, obviously, and all the girls on the team. They put in the work, and I can't say we've had a really bad practice yet this year, so I guess we'll see. I'd like to pretty much shout out the fans. They are very helpful at games.
Perfect, Jane. Thank you for your time, and best of luck this season.
Thank you.
At AgTegra, we're leveraging the power of the cooperative to benefit our farmers and ranchers, their families, and local communities. We're creating jobs for your neighbors and putting money back into our communities. We're lending a hand in our rural fire departments, food banks, and 4-H and FFA programs. That's what local is all about. When you do business at AgTegra, you help us make a difference in your community. AgTegra, strong, stable, dependable, and local.
Back here on the pregame show on Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports on YouTube. We're going to talk. We had a conversation with head coach Susie Ruley here in just a few seconds. But again, we're very close to the start of this season. We'll tell you about some history here in just a moment. But first, I caught up with head coach Susie Ruley in her 4th season. Here's that conversation I had with her. Here on the pregame show, here with the head coach of the Sully Butte Chargers, Susie Ruley. And Coach, I mean, not getting the game in Tuesday, but now that the first game is actually going to happen, how are you feeling going in?
A little anxious. and excited. I mean, for us, it's our first game of the season. It's also parents' night, so the girls are really pumped and ready to go and wanting to play this game.
I know practice, you've gotten a couple of weeks in. What were maybe some of the things that you've been trying to kind of emphasize with your team, maybe some of the things you want them to kind of be ready for going into tonight?
We've been working on the defensive end. We've worked on box outs and getting back on defense, so we're not giving up an easy layup and just hustling back, and then working on our offense as far as what we're going to run against them tonight.
You know, Coach, going into, the first few games of the season, there's always going to be things to, find and improve on and stuff like that. I mean, going into a game like this and, taking on an opponent that you've seen multiple times through the mini seasons, how important is it to maybe kind of get those easy things right, or, trying to get the things that they've been working on correctly?
Well, we're hoping to make our layups tonight, our little bunnies that we have missed throughout the last season, and then, of course, this will be our first game, so I'm hoping they step up and when they have that open shot, take that shot and put it in and make them and have that confidence and then be ready to play some defense for me.
I was going to say, you're kind of going into my X Factor questions here, but let's talk about North Central a little bit, and, you get to play them the one and only time this season. Just from your past and maybe kind of knowing the North Central side of things, kind of what's your approach going into tonight?
We just got to go out and play tough defense, box out, get back, be ready to play on offense, run our offense correctly, and just go out and hustle.
Well, Coach, bringing 6 seniors back into to this team, just kind of talk about your overall team and how you're feeling going in.
My overall team is, with my 6 seniors, they're veterans, so they'll come out and give me all that they've gotten. And then I've got my bench that is young yet, and they'll come off and they're ready to play. I substitute them in at practice time, and they love playing with them. So I'm hoping they have the jitters out and they step up tonight and play well for me.
Kind of what was your message to the team? I know there's still a couple of games ahead of us, but what is going to be that message to your team before they go out and warm up for the first time this year?
Play hard defense, communicate, and run the offense.
Well, Coach, I feel like if I ask you what's going to be the emphasis of this game, I feel like I got a couple ideas in my head. But, Coach, anything I'm missing, anything you want to add before we wrap up?
No, I'm just hoping they come out and play hard.
Perfect, Coach. Thank you for your time, and best of luck this evening.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Big thanks to head coach Susie Ruling for taking some time with me today. Normally we catch up with the opposing coach. We weren't able to do so, but I was able to reach out to her earlier in the week, so we do have some information about her and this team coming up. We do have starting lineups coming up here in just a moment. Let's take a quick look in the history between these two teams. According to Max Preps, gonna go all the way back to 2006 when this series has been started to get into the record books, nice to say. Last year, Sully Buttes were under 500. North Central was above 500, but it's the Chargers who had the series advantage at 19 wins to just 2 losses. The Chargers, and yes, I did read this correctly, they have won the last 15 meetings against North Central. Last win for North Central was in 2013. And again, the first time Sully Buttes have opened up against someone else other than Ipswich for them. Again, we mentioned North Central 14-7 a season ago. Both of these two teams fell in that quarterfinal round. They didn't play each other, but they did fall in that round. We should have a national anthem coming up here in just a moment. We'll step aside or maybe stay on for that, and then we'll get starting lineups and get the season going here for Sully Buttes basketball. The boys team not in action tonight. They should be, I believe they're in action on Tuesday. I'll double check that as again the night goes on, as Lyman will be coming to town to take on Sully Buttes. So it's going to be a pretty good home stretch for Sully Buttes basketball right off the bat to start this season. We should have a national anthem. We will send it over for that national anthem and get you starting lineups here in just a moment. So with that, let's get to the national anthem.
North Central Thunder and the Sully Buttes Chargers. We are pleased to welcome you. We'd like to remind all attendants that this contest is being conducted for the events and regulations of the South Dakota High School Activity Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. Good sportsmanship is essential for the success of these programs. Please enjoy the game and support your team in a positive manner. Parents, please keep young children seated in the bleachers during the game for their safety and the viewing enjoyment of others. All spectators are asked to please use the trash cans located in each aisle. At halftime, the Sully Beach Booster Club will be conducting their hoop shoot, and the boys basketball team will be doing their half-court shootout for $500. At this time, we ask that you please keep in mind the men and women of our armed forces as they stand guard around the world as we pay honor to America with the playing of our national anthem by the Sully Beach Pep Band under the direction of Mrs. Erica Paxton. You're reminded that proper respect is remove cover, stand at attention, and place your right hand over your heart. Veterans and out of uniform active duty personnel may salute the flag.
National anthem done by the Sully Beach Pep Band, and now it's time for our starting lineups here for this one as we have concluded the pregame show on Country 95.3. We'll start with the Thunder from North Central. It'll look like this. Number 3, a freshman point guard at 5'6". It's Carly Dosh. She'll be followed by the senior, a 5'9" guard and forward, number 4, Amory Vanderrost. A senior point guard, 5'5", number 5, it's Elena Dosh. Sisters, I should mention, here in this contest. Number 11, Ella Batty, a center, 6'1" senior for the Thunder. And to wrap up the starting lineup, a freshman, a 5'8" freshman guard, and Tylee Vandervoss. And for your Sully Buttes, your lineup looking like this tonight. It is number 22, a 5'7" senior in Jaden Yeager. She'll be followed by number 23, a 5'5" guard, Nevaeh Westfall. A senior 6-foot center, number 31, Scotland Kinney. She'll be followed by number 32, a 5'4" senior in Miley Wishdell. And to wrap up the starting lineup, a 5'7" forward, number 33, senior Tavery Smith here on the evening. So an all-senior lineup here for the Chargers on Sully Buttes. Again, 6 seniors on this team, a pretty good size senior class here for the Chargers of Sully Buttes. Wyatt Barichka with you. Big thanks to Jessica and Emma back in the studio making this work. Jessica running the camera here. And got a little fancy scoreboard. Why not add a little spice into this broadcast? He's going to stand in the center circle, and we are underway as the tip is controlled by the Thunder of North Central. And already a wide open jumper for Dosh. She's going to be off the mark. And extra opportunity here for the Thunder to start this one off. 20 on the shot clock. They'll fire it out of bounds. Nobody touches it, and the Chargers will get their first opportunity offensively after a couple of opportunities for the Thunder. 7:42 as we are just underway here. First game for the Chargers. Again, we're supposed to play on Tuesday. Weather changed that, and that's how this season opener, it's where it's at on Parrots Night as well. 30 seconds in, turnover for the Chargers, and quickly are the Thunder. Right underneath, it's Vandervoss. They'll miss the jump. Easy body layup, and now we got to fight for the basketball. And ripping it away is Kinney. And it will be Charger basketball after the jump ball. So Chargers only 45 seconds in, haven't taken a shot, but the Thunder have taken 3 quickly as they bring the full court pressure, and that's going to be a 10-second call. Turnover for the Chargers, back-to-back turnovers for the Chargers to open up this season. 7:06 to go here in Oneida. Sully Butte High School for this season opener. They'll inbound it to Dosh. Left side outside, now up top. We'll swing it back to Dosh on the left side. At the top, shooting it with 26 on the shot clock. That's going to be off the mark. Rebound will be courtesy of Westfall. And first three opportunity was missed there from the Thunder. Quickly over is Jaeger. Left side outside. We'll go inside now. And we're going to traveling call. So 3 possessions for the Chargers. And all 3 have resulted in turnovers in this one. Quickly, a change here for the Chargers. Check it out, is Tavery Smith. Ellie Nelson will check in. Was playing that JV game where the Chargers would fall. Full court pressure also here for the Chargers. Quickly over. That's Dosh. Dosh will miss the layup. It is corralled though by Batty. Second opportunity, good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 2-0 here on your scoreboard. Once again, full court pressure and almost turnover. Saving it, though, is Rochdale. We'll give it off there now to Westfall. Now she'll take it up top, reset things, goes to the right side. Now pass inside in the key. Jaeger, shot off the mark, as they're going to say, was last touch there by the Thunder. No call as Sully Beats fans were looking for one. Only 2-0 with 6:06 left to go. 16 on the shot clock on the inbound. They're going to get it off to somebody. They finally do. It's Weschedel. That will be deflected. It will stay with the Chargers. It is only 3 seconds. Go off the shot clock. 4 seconds off the game clock. So they'll just re-trigger this in, and that's going to go over the head of Weschedel, and she'll get it back. All the way on the other side. Got to quickly get it over 9 on the shot clock. Westfall loses it. Turnover for the Chargers, and Jaeger will pick up her first foul. Try to reach in there to get the steal again. Right now, the turnovers are hurting the Chargers in this opening contest, and luckily for them, it's been only a 2-0 score. 6 opportunities for the Thunder. They've only connected on 1 shot. Outside, outside. It's Dosh. They'll swing it around the arc now. One dribble off now to Vanderross. Spins, makes the move, goes underneath with the underhand. No good. Second chance, and a foul is going to be occurred on the floor. Assess the foul to Ellie Nelson. She'll pick up her first, team second, with 5:34 left to play. They'll trigger it into Batty. Left side now to Dosh. Now look inside for Batty. Can't get that shot to go either. And the rebound brought down by Westfall. Westfall, excuse me. And they're going to say she went just over the line. That is as close as you can get to a backcourt violation. And right now the turnovers. Already 5 turnovers. The Thunder with 0. Back to the Thunder now at the top. And the Russ, 2 freshmen on this Thunder team got the start today. And the Russ now up top. This is Amory. Makes to go inside, almost a turnover. And we'll have a jump ball. It will be Sully Buttes. Possession. They'll have the arrow. They'll flip back, though, to North Central in just a moment. Once again, full court pressure. They've definitely gotten the turnovers, just nothing going in the hoop. Kenny's getting it, almost lost it though. And it's Westfall, swings it to Jaeger. Left side will go in the key, put it up, off the iron, off the backboard, and in. And the first points of the 25-26 campaign go to Jaden Jaeger. We're tied at 2 apiece with 4:37 left to play. They'll go right side now. They are the Thunder. Vanderos will back her way up top. Jaeger matches with her defensively as they run man-to-man on the Chargers. Vanderos now makes her way to the top. We'll try to feed it inside to Batty. Couldn't lose it, and we'll get a foul on the shots. And this is going to be free throws for Ella Batty. Kind of a wild shot there, but Thunder will take it, and just like that, Yeager picks up 2 quick fouls here in the first quarter. And we haven't even gotten to the halfway point. First free throw goes down, and that will now make it 3-2 in favor of North Central. Allie Bueller will check in for the Chargers. Also in the game for the Thunder is Lindsey Geyer. Almost a turnover there. Batty knocks it out of bounds, trying to get it over to Bueller for the Chargers. 4:12 left to play. Nelson getting the inbound right back to Westfall. Now let's pass it off to Nelson. Right side outside, up top now. Swing it over to Bueller. Working around, Thunder playing zone. There's a left side, triple fired up. That's going to miss the iron, but rebounded, picked up by Vanderus. And the Chargers are a quick one and done. A foul on the other end and one opportunity. Elena Dosh will pick up the buckets and go to the line. And they're going to give this foul to Nevaeh Westfall, and we're going to get a timeout from the Chargers. Looking to avoid being down 4-2 here. It's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Reminder from the Sully Butte Sheriff's Department: be responsible going to the game and driving home. Please obey the speed limits in towns and on the highways. Arrive alive. This message from the Sully Butte Sheriff's Office here for Sully County. I should say Sully County Sheriff's Office. I apologize. Yeah, roads here coming from Pierre, not the greatest for folks who are maybe driving this way. Icy roads definitely a few miles outside of town, and we're expected to get more snow here going a little bit after midnight tonight. About 3 to 5 inches is in the forecast, which means all the work that the roads have had done from the crews. So a big shout out to them, especially this morning on KCCR for the radio show. And we're going to get a violation. We're going to get a violation on the shooter. That was Dosh, who doesn't get the and one opportunity. That's just a violation, so it will stay 5-2 in favor of North Central. And then you're going to get a foul on Lindsey Geyer on that full court pressure. It's first game of the season. Everybody's still trying to get the jitters out. 3:47 left to go in quarter number 1. Full court pressure brought by the Thunder. It is Bueller who does get it over the midcourt stripe, and then you'll get another foul on the Thunder. So quick 2 fouls from the Chargers, and now quick 2 fouls from the Thunder. As Elena Dosh will pick up the foul for her. It's her first, team second. Sully Butte's already one away from bonus, and we still have 3:39 left of basketball in quarter number 1. Almost out of bounds. Saved, though, by Westfall. And then you'll get another foul. So that is back-to-back-to-back fouls. And Geyer picks up 2 quick ones in between the Dosh foul. Jaden Yeager checks back in. And, excuse me, that is Geyer who picked up the foul. Back in is Elena Dosh. So we'll try this for a third time. 3:30 left to go. Westfall will swing it over now to Bueller. Goes to Yeager on the right side. Pass inside now for Nelson. High on top of the glass. It is picked up, though, by Nelson. She gets it over to Bueller. And a second opportunity here for the Chargers. 15 on the shot clock. Drives in is Westfall. Goes from right to left. Can't get the layup to go. And we'll get a foul on Westfall after missing the shots. So she'll pick up 2. Bonus free throws coming up here for the Thunder. And going to the line for North Central will be Vanderfrost. She'll be looking for her first points. I should say Amory Vanderfrost, as there's 2 of them on the roster. First free throw is in. That makes it now 6-2 on your scoreboard with 3:09 left to play. Miley Washadell is back in for the Chargers, looking for a perfect trip. Are the Thunder. They're 2 of 2 already in the first quarter. That is going to rim out, and rebound will be courtesy of Jaden Yeager. Nelson, left side outside, will bounce it off now to Bueller. Thunder now matched up in man-to-man. There's Yeager. Bounce pass it off to Nelson. On that right corner, back to Bueller. Chanel. Yeager, left side, 14 on the shot clock. Looks for Brittany inside, and that shot will be blocked by Elabati. It'll stay with the Chargers, but 12 is on the shot clock with 2:46 left to play. 6-2. Your score here in quarter number 1. Triggered in, Yeager, little 15-foot jumper, and she'll be fouled. And she'll go to the line and shoot a pair. So just like that, the Thunder were pretty clean with their fouls, and then just like that, they've picked up 3 of the last 4. Now we'll go to Batty. She'll pick up her first. Yeager will miss the first free throw. Only one in the scores column in this contest for the Chargers here in quarter number 1. All 3 games have been low scoring to start. JV game, I believe, got to about 20. It was like a 21-10 final. I'm trying to remember at the top of my head. So these games have started slow and they finished slow. We'll see how this one goes, though. 2:30 with 19 on the shot clock. Batty on the baseline right side. She'll kick out. She'll overthrow that. And it's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to be North Central basketball. So they're going to catch a break are the Thunder. Avery Smith checks in for Ellie Nelson with 2:20 left to go. Thunder in the bonus, up by 3. 6-3. Quickly a pull-up, walk-up, Dosh, triple, good. And a 4-point play opportunity coming up for Elena Dosh. Had a wide open 3, just walked up. And Weschedel tried closing too late. And she'll get credited for the foul. 4-point play. They're going to wave off the shot. And they're going to say Dosh was over the line. So twice now have North Central at the line have been called for the violation. It's been on the shooter. So just like that, a 3-point lead balloons to a quick 6-point lead. Yeager trying to take it all the way, and she'll be fouled, and that should be some bonus shots coming up now for the Chargers. Lena Dosh will pick up her second, team's 5th, and we got bonus free throws. As Jaden Yeager goes back, she is 1 of 2. Again, the only one who's only had good opportunities to shoot, and she'll miss the first. She leaves it short off the front iron. Bernie, in for the Chargers. Second free throw. Thought about falling the other way, but it does drop. And Yeager has all 4 for the Chargers with under 2 to play. North Central back with the basketball at top. There's Vandervoss. She'll swing it up top now for Batty. Triple off the top. Can't get that one to go. It's Bernie with the rebound. It's a 1 and done for North Central. Yeager will bring it up. Goes to the right side. Bernie's able to get it after it almost got stolen there from North Central. Wheeler back to Bernie. Looks for Scotland. Goes inside Yeager. Left side. Underneath is good. Jay Yeager with all 6. Cuts the lead down to 3. 9-3 with 75 seconds left to play. Back to the Thunder. It's Tylee Vandervoss. Batty. Got Amory. She'll try to drive in. Left side floater from 10. Can't get that one to go. And it's a rebound from Avery Smith with under a minute to play. Bernie Now to Bueller at the top. As the Thunder showing zone. Here's a three from Bernie. Can't get that one to go. Rebound is courtesy of Kinley. So second opportunity here for the Chargers. 33 seconds left to go. Shot clock separated by 5. Yeager will drive in. She'll be fouled again and goes to the line. I mean, it's lately coming at the line, but the free throws right now, 50%, all have been courtesy of Yeager. She is 2 of 4 right now in the quarter. So shot clock is turned off here. First free throw is no good, and we'll stay at 9-6 advantage North Central. This is a first of 2 for North Central. Sully Buttes just one game this weekend, and that is tonight against North Central. They'll be back in action on Tuesday. Yeager goes 1 of 2, and it's now 9-7. Advantage for North Central. Dowdy, left side outside. Looks to drive in. Takes the left side on Kitty. She'll fire. And a traveling call. That's officially the first turnover of the contest for North Central. The Sully Buttes have it. They can hold it on for the final shots. Kinley to Bueller. 12 on the clock. It's Bernie now up top. Man-to-man defense shown by North Central. Bernie goes to the left side, loses the basketball, fight for it. Kenny Yeager 2 for 3, trying to bank it in, but the bank will stay closed. Great opportunity there to end the first quarter, but it is going to stay North Central advantage. 9-7. We go to this second quarter after this 30-second timeout on KLXS Country 95.3 Pier, a Riverfront broadcasting station. We're back in 30 seconds.
Teamwork is important to Barber Chemical in Oneida. With a full-time agronomist, sprayers, and licensed applicators, they have the team to get the job done. Their fully stocked warehouse will always have the latest products and technology available. Service, quality, and efficiency. That's the game plan at Barber Chemical. See Barber Chemical for your soil and tissue sampling needs. Good luck, Chargers, from your teammates at Barber Chemical in Oneida.
Back here on Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports with video coverage. Wyatt Bridge with you. Big thanks to Jessica on the video side of things, and Emma back in the studio. Right now, it's only a 2-point deficit despite early turnovers for the Chargers. 5-1 in the turnover margin. Only one lead change, one tie so far, but the contest separated by 2 points. Jade Yeager with all 7 points. North Central has spread it around. Elena Dosh leads the way for the Thunder at 5 points. We're underway second quarter. It is Thunder basketball going from right to left. We'll see Peyton Schnabel in for the first time for the Thunder. For the Chargers, it is going to be the same starting 5, and we have a turnover from North Central. Is getting credit for the steal is Miley Weichenel. And a foul from North Central is going to be by Lindsay Horner, and she will pick up her first time we're calling her name here this evening. Approaching 30 seconds played. Again, this game separated by 2. It's 9-7. Chargers down by 2. Westfall will give it to Kinney on the right elbow. Back up top now for Westfall. 16 on the clock. Westfall to Weichenel. Goes to Yeager on the left side. Baseline jumper. Can't get it to go. Kinney fights for it. Does get it back. Here's a 2. That goes over. Yeager with a second opportunity for the Chargers. They'll lose it, and it will go to North Central. Sully Buttes 0 of 3 from 3. They've had 10 opportunities, have connected on 2 shots. Most of those points coming from the field, but 3 made shots from the line. Back to the Thunder. Right side outside. Batty goes to the right elbow. Now back up top for Vanderost. Vanderost crossover, goes from right to left. She'll be fouled and goes to the line. Foul going to be I believe they're going to get, I think they get Scott Westfall with her third. That is the case. So more free throws coming up here for the Thunder. They're 2 of 3 on the day. Now make that 3 of 4. Vander Ross with 2 points on the day. Be an example. Driving sober shows your passengers and others that you take responsibility for them and yourself. Arrive alive. Don't drink and drive. This message from the Sully County Sheriff's Office. 2 for 2 trip. Yeah, we're going to get a quick 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. 6:42 left to go. It is North Central 11, Solid Butte 7. You're listening to Country 95.3, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. We're back in 30.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Only 2 points scored here in quarter number 2. We're just getting started as we have 6:42 left to go. Timeout taken by the Chargers. They'll be down to 3. North Central has all their timeouts so far as the Chargers have the basketball back after a free throw trip from Amory Vanderfrost. Trapped, trying to get it away as Westfall does so. Gives it off to Beeler, who is in for the Chargers here. Looks for Kenny, right elbow. Down to Yeager. She'll fire a deep 2. Can't get it. Second chance is off the iron. How about a third one? There it is. It's good. Weichenau with the rebound. And it's now a 2-point game, 11-9 for the Chargers. Inside, Vanderfrost goes to the glass and lays it in. Has all 4 for North Central here in this quarter. It's 5 on the night. Yeager looks for Kenny. Turnover by the Chargers. That'll be turnover number 7. Quickly now. Left side, layup. Back-to-back layups. That one going to be Dosh. And just like that, the Chargers take 2 quick timeouts on a quick, looks like 6-0 run here from the Chargers, from North Central to open up the second quarter. 15-9, the biggest deficit for the Chargers in this one. North Central just 36% of 5 of 14. 1 of 3 from the field. Chargers looking for their first 3 of the night. Right now, turnovers hurting the Chargers. Really had a good start, but couldn't get a shot off in their first 3 possessions of the first quarter. And right now, North Central has taken advantage, but it's only a 1-shot difference. That's when the Chargers definitely have shown their box out there on the side. They only have 1 player close to 6 foot for the Solid Butte Chargers, and that is Scotland Kinney, who is at 6 foot. And she'll get it into the left elbow. Here is a floater off the glass. Yeager gets the rebound. Second opportunity for the Chargers here. Chanel will fire the shot. That's a 3. Chanel for 3. And just like that, this lead cuts down to 3. 5:05 to play. 15-12. Thunder still up. Feed inside to Vanderfrost. Right side, Yeager and Kinley try to close in, and they'll call the foul on the Chargers. It'll be the second foul here of the quarter, and they'll get Scotland Kinney for her first. Vanderfrost, Amory Vanderfrost at the line. She has 3 of 4 early in this game, and now make that 3 of 5. Ellie Nelson checks in for Tavery Smith. Thunder make a change as well. They get Geyer in, and that's a 1 of 2 trip for Vanderfrost. Here we'll bring it up with 4:50 left to go. Looks for Kinney and almost turns it over, but getting it back is Beeler. Beeler looking to get off to Kinney. Couldn't see her. It's a turnover for Sully Buttes, and Yeager almost gets the steal. He'll stay with North Central. The Thunder will get it back right in front of the Charger bench with 4:38 left to play. Inbound goes to Dosh. Leads all scoring with 7 for her team. Ties Jay Yeager for the game high. Feed inside for Batty. Kinney matches up with her defensively. Nelson almost poked that and got it. Dyer gets it. Batty, swing over. Skip pass, will miss the 3 and he'll let it go out. And the Chargers will get it back. JC Yeager is in. She'll check in for Leschedel. 4-point disadvantage for the Chargers as we get to the midway point of the second. First home game. It's going to be a 3-game home stretch for the boys. Also will have a 3-game home stretch as well. Kinney looks for the bunny layup. Couldn't get that one to go in, and quickly are the Thunder on the other side. Here's a kick out. Vandervost on it. Loses the basketball. They're looking for the travel, but Yeager is the one who comes up with it. Quickly on the other side, and they'll get a travel, so back-to-back turnovers in the last 2 possessions. We'll see into the ball game for the first time a number that is not on my roster. So let's get that real quick here. Ashton Hine is checked in into the ball game for the first time. She's actually on my roster. I had her as 21. She's wearing 31 tonight. Underhand scooping layup from Vandervost is good. Has 8 points. She scored 7 in the second. Kinney in the key now to Yeager. Feeds inside to Kinney. That was a zip pass I don't think she was ready for. And you're going to get a foul committed on the Thunder. You're going to get Amory Vandervost with the foul. That's her first, team's second. Back into the ball game for the Thunder is Peyton Schnabel. Inbound. Nelson has a 3. Will fire it. Couldn't get that one to go. Now fighting for the rebound. Is going to be brought down by Carly Dosh. She'll pick up her first rebound of the contest after the missed 3 from Sully Buttes. 2:55 to play. 18-12 on your score. Here's a 3. That's going to be no good. Fight for the basketball is going to be on the baseline. Will stay with North Central. Right now, the Thunder have not missed a shot from inside in this second quarter. Schnabel will trigger it in for North Central. Gives it to Vandervost. Misses the layup. And bringing it down was Allie Beeler. Will lose the basketball and then turns it over to the Thunder. Vandervost up top. She'll swing it over down to her sister Tylee. Top down, now swing it back over. Vandervost looks to drive in at the line. Now will fire a deep 2. Can't get that one to drop either. And it's Kinney bringing it down for the Chargers with 2:17 to play. Beeler quickly gives it off to Yeager. Quickly closes in from Tylee, who will pick up the foul. That'll be her first, team's third. The foul's dropped significantly in this second quarter. Riley Weishadel checks in. She has all 5 points for Sully Buttes in this second quarter. Inbound to Nelson, back to Yeager. Looks to give it off to Kinney. Trying to give it into her, but Thunder just closing quickly. And we'll get a foul on the Thunder. And I believe they're going to give Tylee across the foul. No, that they're going to call a jump ball. That's what that call was. Apologies for our visual audience. So I completely missed that one. Now you'll get a foul. Ellie Nelson will pick up the foul for the Chargers. She'll pick up her second, team's third of the quarter. As Thunder get the basketball back with the final 2 minutes here in the first half. 18-12 your score. Here's a drive in now from Schnabel, right side. She gets the call, and she'll get the buckets. Peyton Schnabel with her first score of the contest, and she has a chance for a three-point play as the lead continues to extend for the Thunder of North Central. Berkeley Bernie is into the ball game in the second quarter. Westfall is also back in. Also Tavery Smith in for the Chargers. Free throws no good. We'll go right back to the Chargers needing a bucket here late in this second quarter. Having the right idea, trying to run the plays. Just can't get anything to go, or they turn the basketball over. Right now, turnovers are hurting him. Here's a floater from 12. That one won't go. And quickly, it is going to be Schnabel again, right side. That one won't go. And a second opportunity here for the Thunder. Almost a turnover. Fight for the basketball. It's Batsy now. Free throw jumper. Back iron. Schnabel with the rebound for a second chance. And now we'll get a third chance. Layup. Bounces off the iron a couple of times. And it's still Thunder basketball. That one's going to be good. 22-12. That was Batsy for two. She picks up her first bucket of the second. Deficit now 10 for the Chargers. Almost another turnover. Westfall loses the basketball. And that'll be quickly turnover number 11. Shot clock separated by 6. 40 on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Here's a drive in from Dosh, and she'll be fouled. I'm gonna say it is the case. No, they're gonna overrule it. It's gonna be a jump ball. It will be Thunder basketball. One official called the foul. The other one overruled it. Said it was a jump ball. Good news is they'll give the Chargers the arrow late, but there's not a lot of time left. Here's a triple from the left side. No good. Rebound courtesy of Carly Dosh. She gets it to go. Gets the rebound, puts it back up. And it's a 12-point lead for the Thunder. Shot clock turned off with 14 to go. Yeager swings it to Bernie. Back to Yeager on the left side. Tries to attack, goes baseline. Backs out. Was looking for Bernie. This is going to be a backcourt violation. And the Thunder will have it with 2.4. All right. These turnovers they slowed it down after the midway point of the first. They have picked up after that middle 8. There's a look for giving the inside, and that'll end the first half. So with 1 half down in the opener, North Central up by 12. It is 24-12. We will take a 2.5 minute break. When we come back, we will have your first half stats of this contest. Kind of take a look of what's coming up here for the Chargers and the boys season, which tips off on Tuesday. We'll give you some updates as well from around the state. You're tuned in to Sully Buttes basketball on KLXS Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports. We're back in 2.5 minutes.
Our mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of our investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Ringneck Energy, located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida. Call 605-945-6900 and check out our website, www.ringneckenergy.com. Ringneck Energy in Oneida, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Koenig of Oneida, Pierre, and Winter has provided our services to growers of South Dakota for over 50 years. We focus on providing our customers with the products, services, and attention to detail that each farmer needs to succeed. For your individual needs of custom spraying, liquid or dry fertilizer, chemical, soil sampling, seed sales and treating, Stop in and see us at Koenig with offices located in Oneida, Pierre, and Winter.
Hometown shopping at its best. Don's Food Center has what you want and where you need it most. Right in Oneida. Enjoy a great selection of groceries, fresh meat and produce, friendly service, and more. Get all your snacks for the big game at Don's Food Center. Don's Food Center is a proud supporter of Sully Buttes Athletics and wish the Chargers good luck in today's game. Don's Food Center, where parking is convenient, shopping is easy, and your time is priority.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Terry and Peggy Barber and family with Brett's Spray Service in Pierre and Oneida would like to wish the Sully Buttes Chargers good luck with tonight's game and all season long. Call Brett's Spray Service today at 258-2743 for all your aerial application and retail chemical sales needs. The Barbers would like to remind you what Henry Ford once said, that when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
Back here on Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports on YouTube. If you're tuned into the YouTube page, give us a subscribe, like this live stream. We'll notify you every time a upcoming contest for the Chargers is coming up. And a tough first half for the Chargers to open up their season. Right now, quarter by quarter, it was 9-7 after one quarter of play. The Chargers had 7 points, all from Jaden Yeager. It would go to a different player in the second quarter, which the North Central outscored the Chargers 15-5 after second quarter of play. Miley Weishadell picked up the 5 points for the Chargers in the second quarter. Take a look at some scoring for Amory Vandervoss. She picks up 8 points in the first half. Elena Dosh with 7. Elabati with 5. Peyton Schnabel with 2. That's your scoring for North Central. Again, we mentioned the 2 scores for the Chargers. Jaden Yeager picks up 7 points. All came in the first quarter. And like I said just moments ago, Miley Weishadell with 5 points in the contest. Take a look at some other notes for rebounds. Right now, it's the Chargers out-rebounding the Thunder from North Central 14-12, and a lot of those coming from second chance opportunities for the Chargers in this one. Taking a look at your free throws and shooting percentage. Take a look at some shooting real quick. The North Central Thunder would go 9 of 28 from the field. They go 1 of 5 from three-point land and 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. For the Chargers, they would go 4 of 18 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point land, and 3 of 6 from the charity stripe. All the free throws were from Jaden Yeager in the first quarter. Turnovers, Sully Buttes 12, North Central 3. That is normally going to help you quite a bit in games. If you're North Central, for Sully Buttes, you definitely need to limit those in the second half and cause more for North Central in the second half. And then you got to be able to get some more scores on your score sheet right now. I know they've been trying to get Skylin Kinney inside, and when she gets it, it feels like North Central just crashes down on her, and then it causes traps, not being able to kick it back out. She has been able to kick it out sometimes, but it feels like it's a repeat deal for the Sully Buttes Chargers. And then defensively, not bad in some cases, but they are allowing some extra opportunities. Avery Vandervoss, there was one possession where they had about 4 opportunities, and that also is going to be hard to do. You got to be able to get those rebounds. I know that the hustle and defense is something that Coach Ruling has emphasized here in the first few games of the season, kind of something to emphasize in the first practices of the year as well. Take a look at some foul trouble real quick here. Only one with 3. Nevaeh Westfall has 3 fouls for the Chargers, and North Central, they got 2 for Geyer and Elena Dosh right now in the contest. 1 lead change, 1 tie in this ball game as well. Biggest lead is where it currently stands for North Central at 12. Sully Buttes without a lead in this one, besides the 2-0 just a little while ago. We'll take another break. We'll take another 90-second timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at some updates from around the states. We'll try to get some updates for you, and then we will also take a look at what's coming up next for the Sully Buttes Chargers. We'll take 90. You're tuned in to Sully Buttes Charger basketball on Country 95.3 and online at Country 95.3 Sports. Back in 90 seconds.
Venture Communications provides blazing fast speeds for affordable internet services. Streaming has never been so easy as it is with these super fast speeds. Don't want to leave the house to mail in that pesky bill? That's okay. Venture Communications allows you to pay your bill online or with an e-bill mobile app. They have local support to help with all of your needs. Contact Venture Communications at 605-852-2224 or visit our website at venturecom.net. Building new, remodeling a little or a lot, or replacing the old with the new, Oliver Construction in Oneida is reliable, honest, and affordable in helping you make your house the home you've always dreamed of. Large or small, inside or out, give Oliver Construction a call at 295-2289 for all of your home construction and remodeling needs. Oliver Construction, 295-2289.
Score big on your next vehicle purchase with Lamb Motor Company in Oneida and Gettysburg, Lamb Chevrolet and Implement in Oneida, and Lamb Auto Sales in Pierre. Check out their large selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at any one of their locations, or go online to lambmotor.com. That's LAMBMOTOR.com. Or give them a call today at 800-952-2222. Lamb Motor Company of Oneida and Gettysburg, Lamb Chevrolet and Implement in Oneida, and Lamb Auto Sales in Pierre.
Back here on Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports. Wyatt Barichka with you. Big thanks to Jessica running our camera here this evening. And also a big thanks to Emma back in the studio for getting us here on the air. Taking a look at some area scores here for the contest. I'm trying to update our scoreboard, make sure we get it to where it needs to be. There we go. Take a look at some area scores real quick. It was the Pierre Lady Governors falling to Rapid St. Stephen's 59-27. The Pierre Governors hosting Rapid City Central tomorrow. These scores are from the girls' side of things. Stanley County took on Miller in Miller. It was postponed from yesterday because of the weather. They made it up today. It was a 62-26 victory for Miller. Other scores to report to you. Warner would defeat Northwestern 32-29 in their contest. And again, just trying to make sure I get all the scores from our area for today's game. That looks like that's about it that we have right now. Let's see if we can get some boys basketball updates here in this one. Again, the boys are not in action today. They'll be in action on Tuesday for the basketball team. I'm trying to get you who they're going to take on here in just a moment. It will be a doubleheader on Tuesday. That I can confirm to you guys. And that will be Tuesday, December 16th against Lyman here at Sully Buttes High School. There will be a doubleheader. We'll have that coverage right here on Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports. As the second half gets underway, it will be Sully Buttes basketball going from right to left for our radio audience. Looks like same starting five out there for the Chargers as Yeager was trying to feed it inside for Davery Smith. It's a turnover to start the second half for the Chargers. We were alluding to maybe eliminating those, and as soon as I mentioned a turnover and transition bucket, it's going to be Elena Dosh who picks up the 2 for the Thunder. And then you're going to get a foul on. Yeah, you're going to get a foul on the Thunder. I wanted to make sure I was not missing anything. They're going to get Carly Dosh for the foul. It'll be her first, team's first of the half. Only 29 seconds played into the second half. And Chargers going to have to eliminate those turnovers. Stay within reach, and then they try to go inside again. And it'll be back-to-back turnovers for the Chargers. 45 seconds played. Sully Buttes running man-to-man. That's going to be a turnover from North Central. So 3 of the first 4 possessions have been turnovers in this third quarter. Again, first game, everybody's still getting those jitters out. I mentioned talking with Coach Susie Rowley. She was talking about kind of the practice on Tuesday when they were anticipating being on the road in Ipswich. And it will be a turnover from the jump ball, so Sully Buttes will lose the possession. It'll go to North Central, but said it was a tough practice for Coach Ruling, and again, she mentioned, the team was expecting to play, and then you got to kind of get them regrouped for a practice, and it makes it difficult, and that's going to be a long 2 for the Thunder, as Elabati will pick up the 2, and just like that, it is 28-12. With 90 seconds played here in the third quarter. Other than that, everything else is going good. As soon as I say that, it's Jaeger on the baseline drive from the left side. And it makes it now 28-14. That lead is double what the Chargers have right now. They're going to have to get a lot of those open opportunities. 28-14, 2 minutes gone down. Give it inside to Vanderfrost. She'll back her way up, matched up there by Kitty. Now they give it inside for Batty. And that 2 is going to go down. They brought Kenny out and allowed Batty to get that cut inside. And then it's going to be a turnover. I'm talking about what happened on the last play. And it's going to be Thunder basketball. 15 turnovers for Sully Buttes, and quickly 2 changes for the Chargers as Ellie Nelson and Allie Bueller check in. 30-14 on your Country 95-3 scoreboard. Batty will fire a shot, will get the foul called. And they'll get Skyline Kinney on the foul. She'll pick up her second. Team's first of the quarter here. And we got some charity stripes coming up. 30-14 as the gym goes silent for Batty on the first free throw. She'll miss it. Thunder 5 of 8 from the line today. First trip for Ella Batty, and she'll go 1 of 2 from the line. Lead goes down to 17. And the Chargers are going to have to, again, cause turnovers, limit their turnovers. And that'll be a foul on North Central. Well, we can pick one or the other. I think they're going to go with Tylee. And if that is the case, she'll pick up her second. And the Chargers get the basketball back. This ball will inbound it. Triggers it into Bueller. Goes to the top with 5:25 left to play. Bueller dashed up by the North Central man-to-man defense. Westfall looks. There's a cut inside, wide open underneath. Kick out. Bueller triple from the left side. Got it! Allie Bueller with a triple. That's good ball movement from the Sully Buttes offense. It'll force a timeout, full timeout from North Central. And we'll step aside. 5:04 left to play. It is the North Central Thunder 31. Chargers 17. We're back in 30 seconds here on Country 95.3, a Riverfront broadcasting station.
Seed Farm, already known for high-quality certified seed wheat, and now they're your Beck Hybrids dealer. Jesse and Sherry Whitler and family are proud supporters of students and athletes of Sully Buttes and wish them all the best this season. Whitler Seed Farm is the industry leader in variety, selection, seed treatments, and their loading is second to none. Visit whitlerseedfarm.com or give Jesse a call at 605-280-0152. Your source for seed for every acre. Located in Agar and Oneida, Whitler Seed Farm, 605-280-0152.
Be a good sport, whether at the field or in the gym. Good sportsmanship is a responsibility. Whether you're at home or on the road, show your respect to the players, the fans, and the facility. Arrive alive. This message from the Sully County Sheriff's Office. Big thanks to all of our sponsors who make these games possible. So we'll be with Sully Buttes all season long. Have Pure Lady Governors basketball tomorrow with Sully Buttes off for the weekend. We mentioned that Tuesday game for both the boys and the girls. That's going to be looks like either a 6 or 7 star. I believe it's going to be a 6 o'clock start, especially for it being on a Tuesday. The boys will follow. We'll get a foul on the Chargers. Miley Weishdell picks up the foul. It'll be the team's second of the quarter, her second of the contest. Vanderfrost will trigger it in to Dosh. We'll swing it to the left side. Back up top now. It's Dosh, right side, outside, poked away, and now we got a loose basketball on the floor. Who's going to pick it up first? Fight for the basketball. It's picked up by the Thunder. Poked away there from Nelson, and we got a traveling call. And a good opportunity for the Chargers, and they'll lose it on the traveling call. They hit those breaks, and then they get those silly mistakes. And again, it's the first game of the season. These are going to improve as the season goes on, but I'm sure Coach Ruling is going to work on some of those turnovers here. A high arcing pass. It's got there from Geyer as she's back in for North Central. Here's a drive inside now from Vanderfrost. Now on the right elbow from Batsy. Back inside on the right post, and a foul, and free throws coming up. Now going to go on Kinney. She'll pick up her third. Third personal, third team foul here in the third quarter as Vanderfrost is back at the line. First free throw is no good. North Central 6 of 10 from the charity stripe this evening. As we will have one more free throw, and it's going to be good. It's a 1-2 trip for Batty. And we'll get a substitution here. And for us, Ty Lee, I should say, will check in for Dosh. Right now, lead is at 15. Biggest lead has been 17 this evening. It occurred in the early stages of the third quarter. Kinley up top to Nelson. Swing it to Westfall. Back to Nelson. So working around the arc. Triple on the way. It's going to hit off the back iron and fall to the right. Rebound was picked up there by Vanderfrost. It's Amory. And out of bounds. It will stay with North Central. Under 4 to play as we pass the midway point of the third. 32-17 with 3:58 left to play. Shot clock hasn't really been a big deal in this contest. They've kind of gotten their shots off pretty quickly here. And it's a missed shot from North Central. And back to the Chargers of Sully Buttes. Kenny trying to get it. They're trying to get her the basketball, but it's just they're crashing down on her. And really doesn't even get a chance to handle the basketball is Kenny, and they're trying to get it to her. It's just the quick reaction from North Central. We'll get Ashton Hine back in. Inbound. Back to the Chargers here. Last score was a 3. And that has been a little while ago now. Yeager was looking to give it off there to Weishdell, and it's going to be another turnover from the Sully Butte Chargers. Avery Smith back in. Skyline Kinney will check out. 3:26 left to play here. Full court pressure from the Chargers. Man-to-man press there was Sully Buttes. And Ross swinging over now to Ty Lee. Tylee was looking to give it off there to Dosh. Makes a move, looks for the inside pass on the cut from Amory, and it'll be deflected out of bounds from the Chargers. It'll be Thunder basketball. After the deflection out of bounds, 3:05 to play. Shot clock is at 8. Deep three is good from Amory Vanderhrost. She picks up her first triple of the season. And the second three made for North Central, as their lead is now the biggest it's been all night at 18. Last ball. Yeager at the free throw line. Down bounces it off to Weishadell. Nelson, she'll fire three from the left side. Gets it to go in. Molly Nelson with her first bucket of the season. Lead back down to 15, 35-20 with 2:30 left to play. Vanderfrost wide open three. That one going to go around the iron. Doesn't go in. Second opportunity for the Chargers is no good. It's going to be out of bounds. Thunder will retain possession. Skyland Kinney getting the short rest, and she'll come back in. The Tavery Smith check it out. Vanderfrost will trigger it in, gets it to Batty. Now to Schnabel, who's back in. We got a turnover from North Central. Then it goes right back from Sully Buttes to North Central, and then you're going to get a foul. And the foul going to be assessed to Sully Buttes. I think they're going to get Westfall with her fourth. That is the case, so she picks up her fourth personal, and she'll have to check out. And we'll probably have to sit the rest of the third quarter, and then Westfall, or excuse me, not Westfall, Chanel is going to pick up the reach. And she'll pick up her third. So just like that, bonus free throws for the final 2:08 for North Central at the foul line. At the line is Schnabel looking for her first free throw of the season. Gets it to go in. 67% is North Central. Weishadell will check out. In for the Chargers is J.C. Yeager in a trip that's perfect. That is the second perfect trip this evening. Both for North Central. Nelson will give it off down to Bueller. Bueller on the left side. North Central closes in. They'll give it off down to Nelson. Left side outside. Back to Bueller. She'll take it to the top. Swing it over to Yeager. Waiting for that, I think, skip pass over to Nelson, but Kenny was thinking that she was going to get it. Here's a three as the bank is open. Ellie Nelson with her second three. Yeah, she has got 6 points all in this quarter, 37-23 with 90 seconds left to go. And then you're going to get a foul on the Chargers, so more free throws coming up. And that's going to send Batty to the line. Batty looking for points, 11 and 12. Right now, the second highest scorer in this contest as Amory Vandervost with 12. And now Batty with 11. Close third quarter is right now North Central has outscored the Chargers 14-11. Again, 91 seconds left to go after the free throw. Free throw left short. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they're going to say it's Sully Buttes basketball. As no time went off there. Hit the front iron. And Bueller selected to let that go all the way out. Yeager, one dribble back to Bueller. There's a swing over to Nelson. I mean, if she's going to be wide open on that left side, she might as well fire it. And that time we'll miss it to the right. And we're going to fight for the basketball and a foul on the Chargers. Yeah, more free throws coming up. That's the downside. Again, the aggressive defense you like to see. It's right now been difficult for the Chargers here. We're going to get J.C. Yeager for her first. And Vandervoss will get point 13, now looking for point 14. Macy Yeager checks out. Berkeley Bernie is in. Wearing that knee brace, it looks like. Second free throw, he's good, and a perfect trick for Vandervoss. In this one, lead is back to 17. Bueller, one dribble back to Bernie. There's a swing to Nelson. Get inside to Yeager. Yeager was looking, I believe, for Tavery Smith. It was deflected, though, from North Central, and it will stay Charger basketball with 1:02 left to play. 1:02 left to play. Shot clock at 22 seconds. It's Bernie for three. She gets it to go. Chargers are hitting from three-point land in the third quarter. 4-3 made out of 6 attempts. 40-26. Lead is at 14 for the Thunder. Get inside of Maddie. Yeager matched up with her defensively. Shot's no good. It's Nelson with the rebound. Definitely the best quarter from the Chargers in this one. Yeager to Nelson. Nelson will give it off to Bueller. There's a swing to Bernie. Back to Bueller. Nelson with 25. Shot clock separated by 5. There's Bernie. Back to Bueller. Chargers just swinging the basketball, taking all the time they want. They were looking for Smith. And Smith looks like she's going to go down. And you hope that she is all right. It's going to be 7 seconds. Smith will stay on the other side. It's going to be a turnover from the Thunder. And you hope Tavery Smith is all right. 3.4. Guy will check in for Carly Dosh. So you basically catch, couple of dribbles. Yeager from half court will be short to the right side. And we go into the fourth quarter. A 14-point deficit. Chargers still with their best quarter showing so far, scoring 14, but still get outscored 16-14. We go into the final 8 minutes. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on KLXS Country 95.3 Pier, a Riverfront broadcasting station. We're back in 30 seconds. Final quarter next.
Oahe Grain in Oneida has been doing business with you, the producer, since 1954. They're one of the largest privately owned elevators in central South Dakota. Their friendly and knowledgeable team of employees is there for you. With 220-foot truck scales and 5 dump pits, they're sure to get you back to the farm quickly. They also have a 110-car shuttle loading facility and have 2 grain dryers to help serve you in all your grain handling needs. Call Oahe Grain Corporation in Oneida at 258-2811 or check them out at oahegraincorp.com. Grain is their middle name.
Getting set for the fourth quarter here from Oneida. Sully Buttes trailing by 14. Kingsley has been 18. 40-26. Best showing from the Chargers in the third quarter after a slow start, but North Central still outscored the Chargers 16-14. Right now, if there's maybe an eye-opening number to look at, it's the number 18. That's how many turnovers unofficially in this contest to just the 6 from North Central. 3-point shot, though, going 4 of 7 from three-point land. Last one was pretty much a prayer shot, hoping it was going to go down. But, I mean, you take those 4 threes, 2 of them from Ellie Nelson. And now we'll see what the Chargers do here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter starts with some heavy, aggressive defense from the Sully Butte side. They'll start with J.C. Yeager, Jaden Yeager, Scotland Kinney, Ellie Nelson, and Allie Bueller. That's your 5 for the Chargers to start this fourth quarter. Inside feed to Vanderfrost. Will miss the shot. Yeager's trying to get the rebound. And it'll be a jump ball. It will be Sully Butte's basketball. 40-26, 14-point deficit. If you can get those threes to continue going, this game can close very quickly as far as the lead for North Central. Bueller trying to fight, and you'll get a foul on the Thunder. You're going to get, I believe you're going to get Lena Dosh, or you're going to get Ty Lee Vanderfrost. That's who they're going to go with, is Ty Lee. And that'll be her first, team's first of the quarter. As Carly Dosh will check in for Lindsay Geyer. 7:26 left to go in the fourth quarter. 40-26. First possession for the Chargers. Nelson, left side outside. Will just hand it off to Weishadel. Yeager, feed inside to Kinney. Back to Yeager. Thinks about a three. Fires a three from the left. One bounce off the right iron. And it's going to be brought down from Amory Vanderross. Quickly now on the Chargers. It's a 3-on-2. Closing in. Layup is good. As Batty has 13 on the evening. Chargers quickly. Kinney will slow it down to Bueller. Bueller will take it to the middle. Now give it off to Weishadel. Back to Yeager. Give inside. Was looking for Kinney as that's poked away there from Dosh. And we'll get a change for the Chargers. Bueller will check out, and Westfall, again, playing with 4 fouls, will check back in for the final, you would hope, 6:39. 19 on the shot clock. Kinney gets it, baseline, back to Westfall. Now it's Yeager, who will one dribble, put up the shot, and she'll get the call. And she'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Yeager, only one who's made it to the line today. He is 3 of 6. And that's where Sully Buttes are at in this contest. They gave the foul to Geyer. Yeager will miss the first free throw. Time back in for North Central. Trying to cut this lead back down to 15. Yeager around the iron, doesn't get it to go. Now we got 5-4 the basketball, and it's going to be a jump ball. Arrow is going to favor North Central, but the Sully Chargers are going to get it back. They'll get that arrow back in what you hope will be in the late stages of this game if they're able to close in. Vanderfrost quickly over the midcourt stripe, goes to the right side. There's a give off to Batty. Long two is going to be no good. And now you got to fight for the basketball and a foul that I believe they're going to get JC, or excuse me, not JC, Jaden Yeager for. That will be the case. Yeager will pick up her third, team's first of the quarter. 6:21 to go. They'll trigger it in front of the North Central bench. Vanderfrost, 3. Back iron, brought down by Westfall. And you're going to think about how many possessions you really have left in this contest. Yeager to Weishadel, back to Westfall, and she'll have that slip out of her hands, and it's going to go back to North Central. With 6:06 left to play, and again, it's the turnovers that are hurting. Even, I mean, on the fast breaks, possessions that they take their time on, you're going to get a jump ball for the Chargers. And again, you got to think how many more opportunities the Chargers may have had if these turnovers would be limited. 42-26, 16-point lead, and another turnover. As soon as I was talking about lessening the turnovers, they continue to grow that number. 20 unofficially this evening with 5:43 left to go. Dosh, right side outside. As Yeager matches up with her defensively, man-to-man defense, the Chargers show. Yeager pokes it away. It's a turnover for North Central. Yeager, 2-on-1, tries to go all the way in, had one trailing. She couldn't get the layup to go. And back to North Central it goes. Quickly underneath, it's Vanderrost with the 2. Fast break for North Central gives them an 18-point advantage. Nelson back now to Kinney. And now up top to Weishadel. Left side, and now get a jump ball. And you can see some of the frustration if you're watching the video, at least from the Sully Butte side. And again, I'm sure those turnovers are definitely going to be looked at going into Lyman on Tuesday. So then we'll get one day in, maybe a travel, but either way, it's going to be a turnover. It's Yeager. Almost picked up that pivot foot. Kenny to Westfall. Westfall will try to get a jumper from 15. Couldn't get it to, it was deflected. And they're going to say Westfall touched it last. So a quick one and done for Sully Buttes. So we get near the midway point of the fourth quarter. Almost a turnover as Westfall finally is able to get it. Back-to-back turnovers for North Central. And then Weichenel gets a bullet thrown at her leg and out of bounds. And North Central will just get the basketball right back. 4:23 left to play. Shot clock resets to 35. Batty. Now let's get passed over to Geyer. Geyer will drive baseline right side. Now you're going to fight for the basketball. Batty's able to come up with it. Vanderus, three. Good. Maria Vanderus with 19. And a timeout from Coach Ruling as she was yelling for a timeout. She'll take a full. We'll take a 30. 4 minutes left to go. Chargers down 47-26. We're back in 30 seconds here on Country 95.3, a Riverfront broadcasting station.
With over 40 years of experience, Lake and Out Construction Incorporated is your one-stop shop for grain handling on the farm or commercial. From repairs to complete new build projects, we've got the expertise to take on the toughest jobs. We're a proud authorized Sukup dealer ready to meet all your grain bin needs with quality products and dependable service. Call Todd today at 605-295-0011 for quality work backed by a crew you can trust. From Todd, Gary, Legina, and the entire Lake and Out Construction crew, good luck Chargers on a winning season.
Back here on Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports. Varsity Boys Wrestling at the Fulton Invites tomorrow for a meet. And then Tuesday is when everything resumes action. Again, you'll have varsity wrestling there'll be Lyman High School on Tuesday for Sully Buttes versus Miller and Highmore Herald. Basketball takes on Lyman here at home. We'll have that coverage for you here on Country 95.3 KLXS on Tuesday. That's a doubleheader for both the boys and girls. So the boys season will get their season underway Tuesday. Yeager on a bunny two, couldn't get it to go. Westfall has her shot deflected. Second chance. A couple of opportunities and nothing that will go in the way of the Chargers, but they will have the basketball back, though, and a third opportunity here for Sully Buttes with 3:42 left to play. Stick around for our post-game show. We'll give you the unsung hero and your player of the game. And thanks again to everybody who makes this possible for the 25-26 season. Yeager in a long two will drop. 47-28 quickly is Batsy on the other side as Kitty will pick up the foul. As the Thunder were trying to go quick there. And another trip to the line will be the second team foul on the Sully Butte Chargers. Both teams with 2 fouls apiece. That'll be Kenny's 5th foul, so she will foul out of this contest. Snatching 4 rebounds. And Batsy at the line to shoot 2. First one will go in. And Batsy has 14 on the night. Yeah, we'll get one more free throw here for this trip. Lead is at 20. Make that 21 now. Get a change here as Vanderross checks in. Amory. Be a good citizen. Help out in your community, your friends and your neighbors. Make Oneida strong and proud. Working together, we can all make our town great. Arrive alive. This message from the Sully County Sheriff's Office. North Central meeting halfway. Chanel gives it off to Westfall now as they'll skip past it. Was looking for Ellie Nelson. And a turnover for North Central as Dosh will pick up the 2 on the quick fast break. As we approach the final 3 minutes, Jaeger will a little high, but there was some reaching in there from North Central. Second foul picked up there by Carly Dosh. And Allie Beeler will check in for Miley Welshadell. Westfall will trigger it in under 3 minutes to play here. 51-28 on your scoreboard. Again, tomorrow on KCCR, we will have the Pierre Governors girls game as they host Rapid City Central. John Winkler is in the Sioux Falls, or not Sioux Falls, he's at Sioux Center tonight, I should say, for the Hawaii Capitals. He'll be there all weekend. He'll be at Sioux Falls tomorrow, Sioux Center on Sunday. There's a shot there from Smith. Couldn't get that one to go. And quickly back to North Central. Another 2 from Vandervros. He's got 21 tonight in this one. So the Sully Chargers, barring a 3-point barrage, will fall to 0-1 on the season. North Central will go to 1-0 as Jaeger will miss the 2. It's brought back down by Tavery Smith, and another turnover for the Chargers. 2:10 left to play. Vanderross with another 2. She continues her high-scoring night. So again, North Central will go to 1-0. They will be on the road, or excuse me, at home tomorrow as they'll take on McIntosh for their first game. We'll get a whistle and a foul. And some free throws coming up as North Central will clear their bench. And going to the line is Jaeger. Not the foul committed by Dosh. She'll pick up her 3rd, and I should say Amelia Dosh. Again, we mentioned the Chargers. They will be home on Tuesday, as they'll get Bernie in for the Chargers. Tavery Smith will check out. And Jaeger will get one more free throw here. Again, boys will open up their season Tuesday against Lyman, so it'll be a doubleheader on Tuesday. And a fight for the basketball as Jaeger was able to crowd it before the foul. And she'll go right back to the line after missing 2. Sully Butte's 3 of 10 from the line, and she is the only one, is Jaden Jaeger, that has gotten to the line this evening. She'll miss it off the front iron. And one more coming up. Final free throw here from Jaden Jaeger, excuse me. I'll get the names right. I promise everybody. It's hard when you got the same last name and sisters. I mean, and that's for both teams. There's actually 2 sets of sisters for North Central, and one of them has one playing on the JV squad, one playing on the varsity squad. And then you got the Vanderross sisters, who are currently on the bench after starting in the game, as they will, again, pick up the win for North Central. North Central didn't miss that 3-point attempt just a moment ago. Final 90 seconds here in Oneida. We'll have a post-game wrap-up of this contest. And we'll get a foul on Birdie. It'll just be the 3rd of the contest. I want to make sure I get the times right. Again, it will be a doubleheader, so it'll be the girls starting first. The boys will follow. It's a 6 o'clock tip-off. Boys will follow. I believe they're going to say the boys' game's a 7:15 start, but they'll basically just go right after. We'll have both those games here on Country 95.3 and online, and video coverage online at Country 95.3 Sports. Again, a big thanks to Jessica running the camera this evening and the scoreboard, and a couple of misses and a foul call has occurred against the Chargers, as Geyer got a couple of rebounds there after a couple of missed shots. Yeah, big thanks to Jessica running the camera this evening. Big thanks to Emma back in the studio Well, we're keeping this game live on the air. Final 68 seconds coming up after these free throws. Gar will miss the first free throw. Again, North Central home against McIntosh tomorrow. Stanley County earlier today fell in their contest against Miller. Gar does make the second free throw. Beeler, one dribble, will fire three, and we'll go from the left side to the right side. And it's picked up there from Lindsey Horner. Yeah, that's a long throw, but either way, not going to do much. It's a turnover. And turnover is going to be the story of this one. 23 turnovers for the Chargers, and also in for Sully Buttes is Bradley Weinheimer. Final 45, so maybe one more possession here from the Chargers if they get this before the shot clock can be turned off here. And they'll swing it around. Almost another turnover there from the Chargers. They'll swing it around. Nelson to Westfall. She'll drive in, pull up in the key. Will hit it off the glass and in. And Westfall will pick up her first points of the season, and the shot clock is going to be turned off here. Sully Buttes are going to play until the final buzzer sounds. 7 seconds. There's a steal from J.C. Yeager. She'll take it away. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Westfall will fire a shot as time expires. It's going to be no good, but the Sully Buttes Chargers will fall in this one with a score of 31-56. I gave somebody an extra point somewhere, and I'll have to get that in just a moment. But either way, your final in this one, I have the North Central Thunder at 31, the Sully Buttes Chargers at 32. We will step aside, take a 2-minute timeout, get your post-game report here, and preview what's coming up this weekend for Riverfront Broadcasting here in the area. Final of this one, again, 56-31. We're back in 2 minutes here on KLXS Country 95.3.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Barber Farm Service Incorporated and Barber Chemical wishes good luck to the Sully Buttes Chargers. Growers, call Ken or Jack for all of your planting and harvesting solutions at 258-2708. That's 258-2708. Barber Farm Services and Barber Chemical, located under the White Water Tower, 2 miles south of Oneida. They know that hard work does pay off. Go Sully Buttes Chargers, from all of us at Barber Farm Service and Barber Chemical. Venture Communications has deep roots in rural South Dakota. Venture now proudly provides fiber to the home with 100% of our customers, enabling them to enjoy super fast and reliable internet connections. We'd like the opportunity to keep you in touch with the people and resources that matter most. 100% fiber and 100% committed to rural South Dakota. Call Venture Communications today at 605-852-2224, 605-852-2224, or online at venturecom.net.
The Sully Buttes Chargers are on fire, and so is our grill. Before you head to the field or the court, stop by the corner. We're celebrating the Chargers. Come fill your tank, grab a drink, snack, and show your team spirit with us. It's where Charger Nation gets ready to go. For either home or away game, fill up your car and your stomach. Call ahead if you're running late at 605-258-2400. Order your pizza or burgers and have them waiting on you. The corner is located on Highway 83.
KLXS Country 95.3 online at Country 95.3 Sports. Your final in this one, the Sully Buttes Chargers fall in their season opener 56-31. And just a quick correction on myself. I guess they didn't count the Van Westfall 2-point shot because I have a extra score somewhere, but that would be the one I would miss there. But take a look quarter by quarter. It started with the Thunder of North Central. They took a 9-7 advantage after one. The second quarter, North Central kind of started pulling away there. They would outscore the Chargers 15-5. It was a good third quarter from the Chargers. They started off well, but the turnovers came in late there, but they would be outscored just by 2, 16-14 in the fourth quarter would be 16-5 in favor of North Central. One lead change, one tie is what I have, but I believe there was no lead changes in the contest, so I, again, always say unofficial stats from me, even though I have an automatic stat sheet apparently that is a human error, so that's on me, not on the stat sheet. Take a look at some other numbers here. We'll go into the turnovers, and that's where kind of this game really kind of unraveled was the turnovers. 23 turnovers for the Chargers unofficially to North Central's 10. And take a look at shooting real quick here. Overall, the Chargers would go 11 of 36 unofficially from the field, 6 of 15 from three-point land, and they would go 3 of 12 from the line. All 12 free throws were from Jaden Yeager this evening. Taking a look at North Central, they would go 19 of 47 from the field. They would go 40% overall, 3 of 10 from three-point land, and they would have 21 opportunities from the line at 21 free throw attempts to 15 shots made at the charity stripe. Those are a look at your team numbers here. Rebounds, it was the Chargers out-rebounding the North Central Thunder 21-20 in this contest. And taking a look at some other numbers real quick here. Foul-wise, it looks like 17 for the Chargers and 15 for North Central. It's kind of a run of fouls. Who is going to have the runs at certain times in this contest? Those are your team stats. We'll take another 60-second timeout. We will go into your individual statistics, and we also have our unsung hero of the game as well coming up here, in a player of the game, I believe, as well. So we need to make sure we get both of those here in the contest. So that's coming up here, or in this broadcast, excuse me. So we'll take another 60-second timeout, and we will go into your individual statistics. That's next here on KLXS Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports, a Riverfront broadcasting station. We're back in 60.
Dakota and Oneida, they make banking easier with convenient mobile banking. Enjoy on-the-go, secure access to your account balances, recent account activity, and check images, as well as the ability to transfer funds and make mobile deposits. Visit mysunrisebank.com today or download the mobile banking app. Sunrise Bank Dakota is a proud sponsor of Sully Butte's athletics and activities, and wish the Chargers good luck in today's game. Sunrise Bank Dakota in Oneida, member FDIC.
YAG Air Incorporated is your locally owned ag, chemical, and seed retailer. YAG Air Incorporated offers reliable ground and aerial application. For the latest seed and chemical pricing, contact Kyle at 605-280-8710 or Tony at 605-280-4771. YAG Air for all your ag, chemical, and seed needs. Kyle, 605-280-8710 or Tony, 605-280-4771.
Taking a look at some individual numbers here on the evening. Again, the Chargers fall in their season opener with a final of 56-31. We'll start with the North Central Thunder. They were led by Amory Vandeross. She would finish with 23 points on the evening with 8 rebounds. Ella Batty with 15 points and 2 rebounds. You got Carly Dosh with 2 points. Ayer would get a free throw in the contest. Elena Dosh would finish with 11 points in the contest, and Peyton Schnabel would finish with 4 on the evening. For the Chargers, it was led by Jaden Yeager with 11 points. Miley Weichenel would finish with 5. Ellie Nelson with 6. Allie Bueller with 3. Berkeley Burney with 6 as well in the contest. Again, I thought Westfall would got a score, but they did not count it, apparently. Maybe I was mistaken on that going into the bucket. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, then I will make sure to note that for next time here. in this contest. We do have a couple of obligations here to kind of talk about, and that is going to be first our Unsung Hero. It's time for the Country 95.3 Collison Farms Unsung Hero Award. It goes out to the player that works hard and gives it their all. That is what makes the team better. You may not have heard me say their name, but an unsung hero goes about their own way to make a difference in the game. Collison Farms also works with their friends and neighbors to make sure everybody is successful. One player that stood out as the unsung hero, if you don't talk about the stats or anything, I thought Ellie Nelson in that third quarter really kind of got the spark going with those couple of threes and a couple of turnovers. She was able to cause, that's definitely what helps jumpstart the third quarter for the Chargers in the contest. So your unsung hero, brought to you by Colson Farms, goes to Ellie Nelson. And we do have a player of the game. We're going to give that to Jada Yeager. She would get the first quarter points of 7. She would finish with 11 on the night and got multiple opportunities at the charity stripe as well. So your player of the game goes to Jaden Yeager. Your unsung hero is going to Ellie Nelson. So those are your players of the game. We'll take one more final 60-second timeout, and we will talk about what is coming up next for A, the weekend for broadcasting, but B, what's coming up next for Sully Buttes basketball. That's coming up next here on Country 95.3 and online at Country 95.3 Sports. We're back in 30.
Before or after the game, get together with friends at the Blue Goose in Oneida. The Blue Goose has a relaxing atmosphere, and it's a great place to talk about the game. Not only that, but you can see info and pictures of past teams and players. It's history with the focus on the future. Be sure to kick back with friends and coworkers at the one spot that has it all. The Blue Goose in downtown Oneida. Proud to be a supporter of Sully Buttes Sports.
Wrapping up things here on Country 95.3, online at Country 95.3 Sports. Again, your final is North Central 56, Sully Buttes 31. Coming up this weekend for the wrestling, they are going to be, let me get back to the calendar of events here for the Chargers. Wrestling today was at the Rapid City Invitational, as well as the girls wrestling team. Tomorrow, boys are going to be at the Fulton Invite, and the girls, I have no girls wrestling scheduled for tomorrow. For basketball here on Country 95.3, coming up this upcoming Tuesday, it's going to be the boys opening up their season as well as the girls getting their second game of the year. They will be taking on the Lyman Crusaders. I think that's how you say that name. If I got that team name wrong, I really need to do some looking up before I just assume things. But it looks like it is Lyman, though, on the Tuesday. We'll have that coverage. The girls will tip off at 6 o'clock. The boys will follow, and I'm just double-checking. I got the Lyman Raiders, I should say. So I apologize. It's not the Crusaders. I was thinking of somebody else, another team that we've covered here on Country 95.3. But again, it's going to be a few games for the girls. They'll be home versus Lyman on Tuesday. And then on the 19th, they'll be at Harriet Selby area. And those will be the two games for them this week. Taking a look at the boys just real quick. They'll get their season going Tuesday, They'll also host the Lyman Raiders. That will be following after the girls' game. For the boys, they'll play Lyman on Tuesday. Then they'll take on Winter on Saturday. So we will have all six, I think, I should say, or not all six. We'll have all 4 games. I should clarify. I apologize. We'll have all those games on Country 95.3 and online at Country 95.3 Sports as the December schedule is underway. Tomorrow on KCCR, we have the Peer Governors. They'll be the girls' side of things. They'll be taking on Rapid City Central. I'll have that coverage for you. John Winkler is in the Sioux Falls and Sioux Center area as I am looking real quick here for maybe an update of that hockey game going on. It's the girls, I believe that game is the one going on, as Hawaii's up 2-1 right now in that contest. So again, your final on this one, it is North Central 56, the Chargers of Sully Buttes 31. Again, big thanks to Jessica for doing the video side of things and the scoreboard updates. And a big thanks to Emma back in the studio for keeping us on the air. For the entire Riverfront Broadcasting team, I'm Wyatt Barichka. This has been a presentation of Sully Buttes basketball here on Country 95.3. We're back on the air Tuesday here for Sully Buttes against Lyman. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Have a great evening. Travel safe, everybody. Roads are icy. Have a great weekend. God bless. Back to your regularly scheduled program.
You've been listening to Sully Buttes Sports on Country 95.3. Sully Buttes Sports is brought to you by 83